Hi guys, Attorney Brendan Basiga here. I am going to be talking about the major news development with regards to the Datamaster. A couple of days ago, the MSP, Michigan State Police, released a letter to the press and letter to the public saying that there were some problems with the Datamaster. All right, first and foremost, let me explain what the Datamaster is. The Datamaster is that little box that you blow into if you're arrested for drinking and driving, but that's located at the station, okay? It's not the handheld device. That's not what I'm talking about, okay? I'm talking about the one at the station. That's known as the Datamaster. It's also known as the evidential breath test, okay? It's called the evidential breath test because assuming that that box or that machine is calibrated properly, that evidence is admissible in court, okay? So that's what they use to determine the blood alcohol level. All right, when you hear that the individual's blood alcohol was 0.18, 0.19, 0.24, etc., they're referring to the blood alcohol reading from the Datamaster, from the one at the station itself. Now look, guys, it's no secret. Any machine requires maintenance. The Datamaster is no different. Okay? Now, if it's not calibrated properly, if it's not maintained properly, in other words, if it's not maintained every 120 days as the rules dictate, okay, so every 4 months you've got to calibrate this thing properly. If it's not calibrated properly, it's not going to work properly. It's just like a car. You don't do the oil changes, guess what? At some point your car is going to break down, you're going to have some major problems with it. Well, Michigan State Police just released a letter saying, look, we have had some problems with the vendor, in other words, the contractor, who is supposed to maintain these Datamasters, these machines that are located at sheriff's departments. Well, that's kind of a big deal, all right? That's kind of a big deal. A lot of the police stations or police departments, they're definitely saying, look, it's not a big deal because half the time we do blood, or the other half the time it's very clear that they're intoxicated. Well, hang on a second, time out. You can't convict somebody without the evidence. And if the evidence is tainted, that means the conviction is tainted, meaning that they've got problems with the case overall. So in the article that I was reading, Attorney Mike Nichols is quoted. He is very right. I think he is dead on the money here. This could have a major impact on drinking and driving cases throughout Michigan. So why is this a problem? Okay, let me translate all of this into plain English. Why is this a problem? Well, think about it. If you're at the station and you're told that you have to blow into this device, okay, you've got to blow into this device, and they're going to use that evidence against you. Okay, they're going to use that reading against you. Well, it's a problem because if that box isn't working properly, that means that the reading is not going to be proper. That means that if the reading is not going to be proper, then the evidence is not going to be properly presented to the jury. And as a result, your conviction or the person's conviction could be faulty. So it will open up, in my estimation, a floodgates of additional litigation. I mean, think about it. If they are using bad equipment to convict people, that means that they're using bad evidence to convict people, meaning bad convictions. Okay? Michigan State Police has, in the article that I was reading from the Detroit Free Press, let's see, it was updated January 13th, so yesterday. Well, they're saying that Michigan State Police is now going to take on the duties of the contractor, the company that was responsible for maintaining the Datamaster evidential breath test machines. Look, I don't know whether or not that's actually going to happen. I hope it does. What's really most disturbing to me is that they are going to continue using these Datamasters. They're going to continue using the evidential breath tests. That's, as far as I'm concerned, that's just making the problem even worse. But then again, that's my own editorialization. I hope that explains what this means as far as drinking and driving cases. Like I said, the bottom line is, if they're going to use bad equipment, that's going to lead to faulty readings, which is going to lead to bad evidence being presented, which could lead to bad convictions. So as a result, I'd suggest if you're pulled over for drinking and driving, again, don't be belligerent, don't be difficult. But if you're really worried about the Datamaster and you're worried about the accuracy of it, you may want to have a blood draw. But at the same time, if you are forced to do it, the Datamaster, make sure that your lawyer questions the calibration of the Datamaster from here on out. Okay, from this point forward, make sure that the calibration is done properly. Like I said, it has to be calibrated. There's very specific ways to do that, but it has to be calibrated at least every 120 days. So that's every 4 months. Attorney Brendan Basiga, Basiga Law Firm. I hope that helped.